called to order. And let me acknowledge the online presence of Senator Nancy Binay and Senator Bongo. And let me also acknowledge the physical presence of Congresswoman Divine Yu and Congressman Jam Baronda. And let me direct the committee secretary to acknowledge our resource persons.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning to our guests and resource persons who are physically present. For the public hearing on local bills regarding the separation, conversion, and establishment of schools, would like to acknowledge our resource persons. First, from the members of the House of Representatives. Physically present are Representative Divina Grace Yu from the 1st District of Zamboanga del Sur, Rep. Julian Jambaronda from the Lone District of Iloilo City. Online is Rep. Maximo Dalog from the Lone District of Mountain Province, and also Rep. Lani Mercado Revilla from the 2nd District of Cavite. From the Department of Education, physically present are ASEC Dexter A. Galban, Assistant Secretary for Operations, and Director Diana May Cabrales, Director 4 of the Legal Service. Online are Dr. Estela L. Carino, Regional Director of DepEdCar, together with Mr. Clemente D. Bandao, Attorney Alberto T. Escobarte, Regional Director of DepEd Region 4A, Dr. Ronel Al. K. Fermo, Assistant Regional Director of DepEd Region 5, Dr. Ramir B. Oitico, Regional Director of DepEd Region 6, together with Dr. Donato Delgado, Chief of Quality Assurance Division. From DepEd Region 9, we have Attorney Cliff Cyril A. Magallanes, Attorney 3 of the Legal Unit. From DepEd Region 11, we have Dr. Alan G. Farnazo, the Regional Director, and Mr. Henolito S. Atilio, Chief of Quality Assurance Division. From the DepEd Mountain Province, we have the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Sally B. Ilalim. From DepEd Bacoor City, we have the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Editha M. Atendido. From the Schools Division Office of Zamboanga del Sur, we have Dr. Jerry C. Boquinquito, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. From the DepEd Davao Occidental Schools Division Office, we have Dr. Lorenzo E. Mendoza, the Schools Division Superintendent, and Dr. Janet R. Octura. From the Department of Budget and Management, we have Attorney Carlos M. Borja. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Comsec. Today we'll be tackling 12 House bills and 3 Senate bills. For the record, let me just read the House bills that will be tackled today. House Bill number 6660, Baclay National High School, Tukuran, Zamboanga del Sur, authored by Representative Divina Grace Yu. House Bill number 6661, Ramon Magsaysay National High School, Ramon Magsaysay, Zamboanga del Sur, authored by Representative Divina Grace Yu. House Bill number 6668, Gaspar, Danwata National High School, Malita, Davao, Occidental, authored by Representative Claude Bautista. House Bill number 6699, Ambatutong Elementary School, Paracelis, Province of Mountain Province, authored by Representative Maximo Dalog. House Bill number 6700, Mariano, Gomes National High School, Barangay Tabing Dagat, Bacoor City, Province of Cavite, authored by Congressman Lani Mercado Revilla, taking into consideration Senate Bill number 1496, authored by Senator Ramon Revilla Jr. For the conversion of schools, we had 5 bills. House Bill number 6663, Bukid Integrated School, Jose Abad Santos, Davao Occidental, authored by Congressman Claude Bautista. House Bill number 6664, TFS? What's TFS? Tribal Filipino School of Tambelang Integrated School, Malita, Davao Occidental, authored by Representative Claude Bautista. House Bill number 6665, Kidaman Integrated School, Jose Abad Santos, Davao Occidental, authored by Representative Claude Bautista. House Bill 6695, Hibaoan Integrated School, Barangay Hibaoan Sur, Mandurriao District, Iloilo City, authored by Julien Jam Baronda. Julian palang totoong name mo, Jam. Congresswoman Julian Jam Baronda, taking to consideration House Bill number 481, authored by yours truly. Senate Bill 481, authored by yours truly. House Bill 6696, Nabitasan Integrated School, Barangay Nabisatan, La Paz District, Iloilo City, authored by Representative Julian Jambaronda. And two for establishment of schools, House Bill number 6669, Mabka National High School, Sagnay, Camarines Sur, authored by Congressman Arnie Fontabella. Take into consideration Senate Bill number 480, Mabka National, authored by yours truly. And lastly, House Bill number 6697, Bolilia National High School, Malita, Davao Occidental, authored by Representative Claude Bautista. So those are the bills that will be tackled today. So we start off with, as a matter of tradition, we start off with those who are present. And we recognize, for House Bill 6660, we recognize Representative Davina Grace Yu for her sponsorship.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To our chairman of the Committee on Basic Education, Senator Win Gatchalian. To other senators present online, Senator Bongo and Senator Nancy Binay. To my pretty colleague here, Representative Jan Baronda. To my other colleagues online from the DepEd family, Senate staff, good morning, maayong buntag sa tanan. House Bill number 6660 seeks to separate Tukuran Technical Vocational High School, Baclay Extension in Barangay Baclay, Municipality of Tukuran, from the Tukuran Technical Vocational High School and convert it into an independent school to be known as Baclay National High School. Tukuran Technical Vocational High School, Baclay Extension has a considerable number of enrollees for secondary education every year. Its operation is entirely dependent from its mother school since 2011. Its separation from the mother school and its conversion into an independent national high school will address its needs in terms of funds, management, and operation. Hence, the approval of this measure is earnestly sought. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congresswoman. We call on the schools division superintendent, Dr. Jacinto, to wala siya. We call on Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Jerry Bokingkito to manifest the completeness of the documents and the compliance of the proposal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and my salute and greetings to all members of the representatives and senators and all the DepEd family, especially to our Congresswoman here in the First District of Zamboanga del Sur, Congresswoman Divina Grace Yu, and the Schools Division of Zamboanga del Sur, as instructed by my superintendent, is in full support to the proposal of our honorable Congresswoman. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. Let me also now acknowledge Attorney Cliff Cyril Magallanes, representing the Regional Director of Region 9.
Thank you very much, Honorable Senator Wing Gatchalian. Also to our very own First District Representative of Zamboanga del Sur, Honorable Divina Gracio, as well as to all the senators in attendance in today's platform, Senator Bongo, Senator Nancy Bina, and all the members of Congress. On behalf of the Regional Director of DepEd Region 9, first and foremost, we would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to both of these House bills, as this is indeed a welcome development. As already mentioned by our very own Congresswoman, there is an increasing trend of enrollment in, especially in these two extension schools. And just to add to the earlier manifestation of our good Congresswoman, many of these two schools are actually located in areas where there are poorer families. So a conversion of these extension schools into an independent school would be a very much would very much boost the services that will be rendered by the schools by increasing the funding as well as increasing the administrative staff that will be assigned to these schools. So with that, Honorable Senator Win Gatchalian, and to all our lawmakers in attendance, we are very much in support of this bill. Thank you.
Attorney, in behalf of the regional director, may we inquire on the completeness of the proposal, whether they have complied all of the necessary requirements under DO 40?
As far as the requirements is concerned, Your Honor, I would have to coordinate first with our counterpart with the schools division office, since we have not yet received a copy of their proposal, Your Honor, the full record of it.
The school division the representative of the school division's representative is here, Dr. Bonkin Quito. May I also inquire from Dr. Bonkin Quito if the requirements are all have all been complied?
Yes, Your Honor, and I have here the a copy of the endorsement submitted to the office of our Honorable Congresswoman in the First District, Honorable Divina Grace Yu, dated
So all of the
September 8, 2022. Thank you, po.
yes, all of the requirements under DO 40 have been complied with.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Dr. Bokinquito. May I request you to transmit that to the regional office, no? Because under DO 40, it's the regional office who will certify on the completeness of the documents, no? So, but I think there's probably a gap in the transmittal. So just to complete the procedure, may I request you to transmit that certification to the regional office, Region 9.
Noted po, yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And lastly, may we hear from Asek Galban, any comments on the bill?
We pose no objections, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, thank you. So, hearing the comments of the resource persons and the requirements under DO 40 has been complied with, House Bill number 6660 is deemed approved at the committee level and will submit it to plenary for further approvals. Thank you. So we go on the next bill, House Bill number 6661, authored by Representative Davina Grace Yu, and for her sponsorship as well.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, maayong buntag sa tanan. House Bill 661 seeks to separate Sapaanding National High School, Ramon Magsaysay Extension from Sapaanding Agricultural Vocational Technical School and convert it into an independent national high school to be known as Ramon Magsaysay National High School. The said school was established last September 21, 2006. It caters majority of Subanen members in the community. Prioritization in the allotment of funds directly from the national government would greatly help to ensure that the growing needs of this school would be met. in that the high standard of education be provided to our deserving students. In view of this, the approval of this measure is also earnestly requested. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congresswoman. We call on, once again, Dr. Jerry Boquinquito.
Okay, thank you once again, Your Honor. The Office of the Schools Division Superintendent of Zamboanga del Sur here attests to the veracity of the facts presented by our Honorable Congresswoman Divina Grace Yu, and would also re-articulate that the establishment of this Sapanding as an independent school would greatly help the community, not only in terms of the social support, but also economically. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. We call on, once again, Attorney Cliff Cyril Magallanes of the Regional Office.
Thank you once again, Honorable Senator Win Gatchalian. Again, same manifestation as earlier, Your Honor. We are fully supportive of this bill as this would greatly improve DepEd services in the currently Extension School of Sapanding National High School. And as earlier, Your Honor, same manifestation, we would like to ask for a copy of the full document, supporting document, so we can certify the same and submit it to the Senate, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. And just to put it on record, Dr. Boquinquito, again, we'll inquire about the completeness of the documents under DO 40.
Yes, Your Honor. The same thing, we will provide the regional office a copy of the documents we submitted to the office of our Honorable Congresswoman Yu, to the office of the Regional Director of Region 9. Thank you for Your Honor.
But for the purposes of this hearing, the documents are complete and compliant.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Lastly, Asek Galban, any comments po from the central office?
No objections, Mr. Chair, subject to submission of documents.
Thank you for that. Again, House Bill number 6661 is deemed approved at the committee level, and we'll submit it to plenary for further discussions.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congresswoman. I think we have already discussed all of your proposals, so thank you very much. And if you need to leave, I know you have a lot of things to do. Feel free to yeah. Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
In regards to the governor, thank you. And the daughter. Yung daughter mas bata na sa atin dyan. Kaya yung si governor lang tsaka si Kong Divine lang ang kilala ko. Thank you. So we'll tackle House Bill number 6695.
Unahin po.
Oo.
Dalawa. 669. Barangay.
So we tackle House Bill number 6695, authored by Congressman Baronda, and any sponsorship speech?
Mr. Chair, Senwin Gatchalian, honorable members of the committee, our resource person, both online and present, ComSec. It's good to be back, Senwin, in the House of Senate where I used to work as a Chief Political Officer of Senator JV. Good morning, everyone. Mr. We would like to seek for your support for the passage of House Bill 6695, taking into consideration Senate Bill number 481 for the conversion of Hibaoan Elementary School into Hibaoan Integrated School. Given the rapid growing population of Mandurriao, which is one of the 7 districts of Iloilo City,
We need another school that will offer secondary education to our students, especially the less privileged sons and daughters of the less fortunate. And also because of the ill effects of the pandemic, even the middle earners, parents would like to enroll their students in public school. Currently, Mandurrio National High School is the only public school which offers junior and senior public high school education to the residents of the said district. Thus, Mr. Chairman, the proposed law will establish secondary school and also expand the elementary school that will give the students of District of Mandurrio access to free, quality, basic, and secondary education. I also would like to thank the chair for his my profound gratitude for filing Senate Bill 481. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair and esteemed committee members.
Thank you, Congressman Baronda. We now call on the OIC Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Vilches.
Good morning. Good morning to everyone, to the chair and members of the Senate Committee on Basic Education. The DepEd Iloilo City is really strongly endorsing the approval of Libauan Elementary School and Natitasan Elementary School to be converted as integrated school. Those mentioned by our Honorable Congresswoman, Honorable Julian Jamjam Baronda, these things are really true.
Ay, mamaya.
They are real in the locations where these two schools are
Si Ben?
found. If these two schools would be integrated, this will not only help DepEd Iloilo City to address children leaving or dropping out of school, but this would be of help to the families which belong in the lowest stratum of our society, who could not afford to send their children to the schools which are generally found very far from where they are residing. These elementary schools will be converted into integrated schools with your approval, Mr. Chair of the Senate. For if this would be materialized, truly this will be very helpful to our children and families where they came from. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. We call on the regional director represented by andyan ba? All right, the regional director, Dr. Ramir Uitiko.
Good morning, sir. We are the
Partigan
DepEd
sila sa akin.
with
Go
me.
ahead, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah, with me are the Chief of the Quality Assurance Division, Dr. Donato Delgado, and our legal officer, Attorney Melchor Villalobos. And based on the facts and figures presented this morning by our beloved Congresswoman Jamjam Baronda and the Schools Division Superintendent of Iloilo City, I hereby support the House Bill sponsored by Congresswoman Jamjam Baronda, because in DepEd Region 6, we always emphasize inclusivity. And if this establishment of an integration of Hinubaan Integrated School in Iloilo, Hibauan Integrated School, this will surely capture, this will accommodate our learners in Iloilo City. I got hold, Your Honor, of the certification signed by Dr. Novelin Vilches specifying the compliance with the requirements based on DO 40 series of 2014. We be advised to endorse all these documents to the regional office for appropriate action. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Regional Director Oitico. Lastly, we'll maybe ask the DepEd Central Office, ASEC Galban, for any comments.
No objections, Mr. Chair. Again, subject to submission of complete documents.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Hearing from the Regional Director that the requirements under the O40 is fully compliant, the committee is endorsing House Bill number 6695 to plenary for further approval. That's it.
Any more? Wait, Congressman Jam? Okay.
All right. Now we're tackling House Bill number 6696, again authored by Congresswoman Baronda, and may we hear her sponsorship speech.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. And I would like to personally acknowledge my very supportive, hardworking Regional Director, Sir Ramil Ortico, and of course, my District Superintendent, Ma'am Vilches. And of course, it's glad to know that Asek Calvan here is the future is an Ilongga. And according to a friend, I will be your ninang in your wedding. Mr. Chair, again, esteemed committee members, may I respectfully ask for your support for the passage of House Bill number 6696 that would convert Nabitasan Elementary School into Nabitasan Integrated School. With the fast rising population of the District of La Paz, with 25 barangays, its only major national high school, which is the La Paz National High School, cannot take into more students, Mr. Chair. Its campus is fully used already, and the construction of additional school building is not tenable. The best alternative, therefore, is to convert Nabitasan Elementary School into integrated elementary school so that a secondary school can be established there and existing elementary school be expanded so that the students of District of La Paz can access to free basic and secondary education near their homes. For the information of this committee, this measure has been passed during the 18th Congress, but because of the lack of material time, it's not pushed through. So with this, Mr. Chair, I am seeking for your support that we approve this legislation for the better future of my constituents in the District of La Paz. Madamo gini salamat.
Thank you, Congresswoman Baronda. We now hear once again the OIC Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Vilches.
Again, good morning to the August body, especially our Senate Committee on Basic Education, especially to our chairperson, Honorable Win Gatsalian. Thank you so much. Now, DepEd Iloilo City, likewise, like we are doing with the Hibawaan Elementary School, strongly endorses actually the integration of Nabitasan Elementary School. Now, the nearest school, which is La Paz National High School, lacks buildable space and it is really congested. We need a school to be integrated for the accommodation of our graduates in the elementary level to finish quality education of the basic education. As of this time, while La Paz National High School is 1.5 kilometers away from Nabitasan Elementary School, but the danger of crossing roads for them to be able to reach La Paz National High School, likewise with Iloilo National High School, will be very dangerous for them. So if ever this Nabitasan Elementary School will be converted into integrated school, This will be of big help to our children. It shall arrest children dropping out of school. And of course, it will also be of great help to the families where they came from because these families are belonging in the lowest economic stratum of our society. Sending children with to a at least 2 kilometers away from the residence will really entail a lot of money, and so some would like to quit school. So accessibility of quality basic education will be the basic reason to be with our Congresswoman, Honorable Julian Jamjam Baronda, in her endorsement of the conversion of Nabitasan Elementary School into Nabitasan Integrated School. Thank you so much. Salamat din.
Thank you, SDS. We call on again our RD, Dr. Uitiko.
Good morning again, Mr. Chair. Banking on the convincing words from our beloved Congresswoman Jamjam Baronda, and of course with the endorsement of the Schools Division Superintendent, I hereby express my willingness to support the endorsement of the approval of the conversion of this Nabitasan Integrated School, having in mind also, Mr. Chair, that the lot where Nabitasan Elementary School is situated is owned by the Department of Education because this was bestowed by the philanthropist Esteban Halandone. So with regard to that, we can maximize ownership in this integrated school because again, the lot is owned by the Department of Education. So I sincerely thank our beloved Congresswoman Jamjam Baronda for all her efforts, not only in this conversion into an integrated school of Napitasan, but of all her support to the Department of Education, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Uitiko. Just for the record, the proposal is compliant with all the requirements under DO 40.
Mr. Chair, I also have with me now the certification signed
Okay.
by Dr. Novelin Vilches. So I just request her to forward all these documents to the regional office for appropriate action, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that, and maybe request the regional office to furnish ASEC Galban those certifications so that we will put on record the completeness of the proposal. And lastly, we call on ASEC Galban.
DepEd General Office holds no objections, Mr. Chair, again subject to submission of complete requirements.
Thank you. Thank you for that. House Bill number 6696 is deemed approved. Again, we will submit this to plenary for further approvals. All right. So we go on. Thank you. We will now go on House Bill number 6700, authored by Congresswoman Lani Mercado Revilla, and maybe hear her sponsorship speech.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of this uh, humble committee and members of the House of Representatives who are present and all the distinguished guests. Isang magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. This particular House Bill, Bacoor National High School, Tabing Dagat Annex, is a junior high school located at 3,411 square meter reclaimed area of Barangay Tabing Dagat, Bacoor City, Cavite. It was established as Bacoor Municipal High School in 1972 through Sangguniang Bayan Ordinance 89. Batasang Pambansa 582 converted the school from Bacoor Municipal High School to Bacoor National High School on July 29 or 26, 1982. The school's division superintendent of Department of Education, Bacoor, recommended to the city school board the urgent need to separate Bacoor National High School, Tabing Dagat Annex, from Bacoor National High School, Molino, Maine. This bill proposes the separation of the Bacoor National High School Tabing Dagat Annex from Bacoor National High School, Molino, Maine, hence allowing Bacoor National High School Tabing Dagat Annex to have its own budget and plantilla of positions under DepEd. This bill is supported by the city government as shown in Sangguniang Panlunsod Ordinance 8-2015, Bacoor Public School Reconstitution Ordinance, and also more recently under City Resolution 2020-284. This bill also seeks to rename the Bacoor National High School Tabing Dagat after its conversion into a regular public high school to Mariano, Gomes National High School, omitting the word Padre as what has been decided in the lower house. Padre Mariano Gomes is one of the three martyr priests of Gombursa, Gomes, Burgos, and Zamora. He was the first parish priest of the St. Michael Church in Poblacion of Bacoor, which is very near the Bacoor National High School, Tabing Dagat Annex School site. This year, 2022, also marks the 150th anniversary of the martyrdom of Gombursa. In light of the viral hashtag Majoha, the renaming is a fitting tribute to his legacy of patriotism and fear of God, which core values are expected to inspire the Bacoreño students of the Mariano Gomes National High School. In the interest of making secondary education more accessible and responsive to Bacoor, the immediate passage of this measure is earnestly sought. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Congresswoman Lani. We now call on the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Atendido. Ma'am, naka-mute po kayo, ma'am.
Good morning po again. Good morning, especially to the Senate Committee on Basic Education headed by our Honorable Senator Win Gatchalian, and of course our Honorable Congressman Lani Mercado Revilla and our Regional Director Alberto Escobar. Good morning po. Bacoor National High School, Tabing Dagat Annex was established as Bacoor Municipal High School in 1972. Through Sangguniang Bayan Ordinansa bilang 68, it was converted as Bacoor National High School in 1982 by virtue of Batas Pambansa bilang 562. Later on, it was approved that BNHS Tabing Dagat be acknowledged as an annex school of Bacoor National High School, Maine, located at Barangay Burol, Molino 1, Bacoor City, Cavite. It was, of course, the initiative of our dear Congressman, Honorable Lani Mercado Revilla, in coordination with the local executive under the leadership of our city mayor, Honorable Strike B. Revilla, to separate the school from its mother school through House Bill number 6700. At present, the school has a total enrollment of 4,094 learners and 157 teaching and non-teaching personnel, including the head teacher who is acting as the officer in charge. We concur with the above-mentioned proposed legislation for the school's fiscal autonomy and to have a separate plantilla item for teaching and non-teaching positions and budget to support the school operations and governance. We also agree to rename the Bacoor National High School Tabing Dagat and be known as Mariano Gomes National High School in honor of the first parish priest of the St. Michael Church in Poblacion of Bacoor, Mariano Padre Mariano Gomes, who served for 48 years until his execution. We therefore concur that there are merits for approval of the proposed bill for the purpose of decentralization of school administration towards quality, effective, and efficient delivery of basic education for the benefit of the young Bacooreño learners. I further certify that DepEd Bacoor City has complied already with all the requirements required as prescribed in DepEd Order Number 40 to the regional office. Thank you po and good morning again.
Thank you, Dr. Tendido. May we call on the regional director, Attorney Escobarte.
With the kind permission, we manifest the full adoption of the position taken by our schools division superintendent of Bacoor City Division. We'd like also to manifest our full support and concurrence to the proposed enactment of this bill into a law spearheaded by our Congresswoman Lani Mercado Revilla, thereby separating the Bacoor National High School Tabing Dagat Annex or Extension from its mother school in Molino campus and granting it an independent operation with its own separate plantilla, personnel, and separate school building allocation and separate allocation of newly created teacher items. With its enactment into law, this extension school or annex school, which has a population of 4,000 plus, it will have a separate share of MOOE from the General Appropriations Act. With the grant of an independent operation, it will have its own principal item because this school as an extension school has been headed for so long a time by a head teacher. So the school can qualify to have a principal per item and it can process its own salary payroll as the school shall be provided with administrative staff complement to handle its administrative functions. We, from the DepEd Regional Office 4A, we fully support this legislative enactment, Your Honors.
Thank you, Attorney. And Attorney, may we also, just for the record, hear whether the school has fully complied with under DO 40?
Yes, Mr. President, Mr. Chair, this school is compliant with all the requirements for establishing a public school.
Thank you, sir. Asek Galban?
Mr. Chair, DepEd has no objections, again subject to submission of complete requirements.
Thank you, Asek. The committee hereby approves House Bill number 6700 to be submitted to plenary for further approval. Thank you, Congressman Mercado.
Salamat po, Mr. Chair. Salamat po. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Yeah. Next will be House Bill 6699, authored by Congressman Dalog, who is present with us online. Congressman, your sponsorship speech.
Thank you very much to our Honorable Chairperson, the Senator Win Gatchalian, members of this August Committee, Senators Bongo and Senator Nancy Binay, dear colleagues, our guests from the Department of Education, ladies and gentlemen, Gawis ay agaw tapuamin, a pleasant day to all of us. House Bill 66996 to separate the Addang Elementary School, Ambatutong Extension from the Addang Elementary School in Barangay Bunut, Municipality of Paracelis, Mountain Province, converting it into an independent elementary school to be known as the Ambatutong Elementary School. Sitio Ambatutong is located in Barangay Bunut, which is a geographically isolated and disadvantaged area, together with other neighboring sitios located several kilometers apart from each other. Pupils then have to walk several kilometers to reach the mother school, and they are many times precluded to attend their classes, especially during rainy seasons and calamities. As a consequence, the parents and community members of said sitios, in their desire for a better future for their children, contributed to build a makeshift building in a donated lot at Sitio Ambatutong, which is now the Adang Elementary School Ambatutong Extension. As an extension school, Adang Elementary School Ambatutong Extension remains to be dependent from its mother school. Given the limited budget of the mother school, the school building remains to be a makeshift building, while the school facilities, especially books and other learning amenities, remain to be limited with only 3 permanent teachers handling kindergarten to grade 6. To cater to the educational needs of the residents of the said sitios, the enactment of this measure through this committee is earnestly urged. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair and honorable members of this committee.
Thank you, Congressman Dalog. We call on the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Sally Ulialim.
Yes, sir. Greetings from the Schools Division of Mountain Province to Honorable Senator Win Gatchalian and to all the members of the Committee on Basic Education, to all who are in attendance both from the on-site and online platform, to our dear Congressman Maximo Yawan Dalog Jr. and to our Regional Director Stella Leon Carino. Great morning to all. As to the completeness of the requirements, my office is certifying that the requirements and other documentary requirements for the separation of Ambatutong Elementary School have been complied with in accordance to DO 40 series of 2014. We also have submitted these documents to the office of the Honorable Chair. Further, we express our support in the passage of this bill into law as we recognize the need to strengthen the responsibility of the state to protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education and to make education accessible to all learners of Mountain Province, much so that the subject school is located, as was mentioned by our Honorable Congressman, in a geographically isolated in disadvantaged area with several cities located several kilometers apart from each other. With this, we give our full support. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sally. We call on the Regional Director of DepEd Cordillera Administrative Region, Dr. Estela Carino.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Chair and the other members of this Committee on Local Bills. Good morning to our dear Congressman Dalog. With the certification of the SDS of Mountain Province that all the required documents under DepEd 40 were complied with. And actually, some of the documents are with me at hand, no? Although they will be forwarding the complete documents, I know. And with the certification also of our QAD chief, who is also with us this morning, OIC Chief Clemente Bandao, we are in full support for the passage of this bill. For the learners of this school to be more inspired and for it to be given more or additional teachers as well as at least a school head, no, which will head the school since, as mentioned by our very good congressman, this is one of our last mile schools. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Estela. Lastly, we call on Asek Calban for any comments.
Mr. Chair, DepEd has no objections, subject to submission of complete requirements.
Thank you. We hereby approve House Bill number 6699 to be submitted to plenary for further approval. Thank you.
Thank you,
we
Mr.
go
Chair.
on. We call now we hear House Bill number 6668, authored by Congressman Claude Bautista, but to be represented physically here in the Senate by Representative Baronda. 6668.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, members of the esteemed colleague. I was requested by Congressman Claudio Bautista because he has to attend physically our hearing in the House. Mr. Chair, Barangay Dato Danwata, located at Malita, Davao Occidental, one of the upland barangays of Malita, Davao Occidental. Davao Occidental is very scenic place, if not coastal, hilly, or mountainous. The distance of the barangay from Barangay Dimolok, where a secondary school is located, is about 15 kilometers, while its distance from the town center of Malita is about 35 kilometers. Mr. Chair, I think this will help our learners if we will have a secondary school in the said area for us to provide, to give them the opportunity to to have the school closer to their homes. So, Mr. Chair, the growing population of Barangay Dato Danwata, who belong to the indigenous tribe of Tagakaulo, added to the growing number of elementary pupils who need to proceed junior high school and senior high school level. This will justify the need to establish Gaspar Danwata National High School and allocate funds for the institution. So, Mr. Chair, we like to solicit for your support to approve this measure. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Congresswoman Baronda. We now hear Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Mendoza.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and all the members of the committee, and also to our Regional Director, Alan G. Panaso, and all the participants of this hearing. As the Schools Division Superintendent of Davao Occidental, I would like to certify that the data presented by Congresswoman Baronda, as given by our representative Cloud Bautista, are correct. And I would like also to certify that the school has satisfies all the requirements stipulated in Deped Order number 40, series of 2014, and it has been already inspected by the Regional and Division Review and Evaluation Committee for favorable endorsement as an independent secondary school to be known as Gaspar Danwata National High School. Thank you po, Mr. Chair, and all the members of the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mendoza, Dr. Mendoza. We call on the Regional Director, Dr. Farnazo.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. Chair, and good morning also to Senator Nancy Binay and Senator Bongo, and to everyone. With deep appreciation to the sponsorship of Congressman Claude Bautista and the generous representation made in behalf of the committee by Congresswoman Julian Jam Baronda, and adopting the certification made by the Schools Division Superintendent of Davao Occidental, Dr. Lorenzo Mendoza, together with the certification and endorsement made by the Office of the Quality Assurance Division through Chief Hinilito Atilio. And this office hereby strongly endorse the creation, the conversion of this school and converting it into an independent school to be known as Gaspar Danwata National High School, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much, and I would like also to express my recognition and presence of ASIC Dexter Galba.
Thank you, RD Fornazo. We call on Asek Galban for comments.
Mr. Chair, DepEd has no objections and fully supports RD Alan, again subject to the submission of required documents.
Thank you, thank you. We hereby approve House Bill number 6668 and endorse the said bill to plenary for further approval. Now we hear House Bill number 6663, authored by Congressman Claude Bautista, to be represented here in the Senate by Representative Jam Bronda.
Thank you so much again, Mr. Chair and members of esteemed colleague, Congress, Representative. Sino yung nandun? Asek, sino yung nandun? Wala na. Nakong.
Six 6663. Yeah.
Sige.
This is an act converting Bukid Elementary School in Barangay Bukid, Municipality of Jose Abad Santos, Province of Davao Occidental.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Barangay Bukid is one of the coastal barangays of Jose Abad Santos, which is about 1 hour and a half travel from town center of Jose Abad Santos. The students of the area need to travel from 1 hour to 2 hours or even more for the next secondary school that offers higher level of basic education. There is no public utility vehicle available in the area, although the barangay is situated along the national highway going to Sarangani province. Mr. Chair, so as not to deny accessible, quality secondary education to its learner, it is the hope of Representative Claudia Bautista that his request be granted for the conversion of Bukid Elementary School to Bukid Integrated School will be of big help to the people of the barangay to ensure that the students of this barangay will be able to complete their basic education up to senior level, thus giving them better economic opportunities. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Baronda. Let me call on, again, the School Division Superintendent, Dr. Mendoza.
Good morning again, Mr. Chair, and the other members of the committee, Senator Bongo and Senator Binay. Again, I would like to thank Congresswoman Jambaronda for sponsoring or representing our Congressman Claudio Bautista for this House Bill number 6663, and I certify to the correctness of all the data presented. And I am also manifesting my full support to the conversion of Bukid Elementary School to Bukid Integrated School, and would like to manifest that the said school has complied all the requirements as per DepEd Order number 40, series of 2014, and has been visited and evaluated by our regional and division evaluation and review committee headed by our focal person, Dr. Octura, and in the region, Dr. Genelito Atilio. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, SDS. We call on the Regional Director, Dr. Fornazo.
Again, Madeo Davao, Mr. Chair, and the other members of the committee. Madamo gid nga salamat kay Congresswoman Jam Baronda for representing for in behalf of Congressman Claude Bautista. Again, adopting the certification for the completion of the documents in accordance with DepEd Order number 40 series of 2014, Mr. Chair, and together with the validation of the QAD Chief, Dr. Genelito Atilio, and This office is hereby adopting the said uh, certification. And for in behalf of DepEd Region 11, I strongly made a manifestation of endorsing the conversion of Bukid Elementary School in Barangay Bukid, Municipality of Jose Abad Santos, in the province of Davao Occidental, into now an integrated school to be known as Bukid Elementary School, and appropriating funds thereof. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Regional Director. We call on Asek Galman for his comments.
Mr. Chair, DepEd has no objections, subject to submission of complete requirements.
Thank you. We hereby endorse House Bill number 6663 to plenary for further approval. So we now tackle House Bill number 6664, authored by Representative Claude Bautista, to be represented by Congressman Jam Bronda.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair and members of the esteemed committee. TFS of Tambelang Elementary School is located in one of the far-flung sitio of Barangay Danwata. The area is about 3 or 4 hours away from Mariano National High School, Dato Danwata Extension, which is the neighboring secondary school. As of this time, there are no other schools offering complete basic education within the area. So it is the hope of the author, Congressman Bautista, if he is asking for his support, for our support, to convert the said school to TFS of Tambelang Integrated School will be great help for the youth in the area to be able to complete their basic education from elementary to junior high school and latter to senior school, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congresswoman Baronda. We call on SDS Dr. Mendoza.
Good morning again, Mr. Chair, Senator Win Gatchalian, and all the members of the panel. So as the SDS of the Davao Occidental Division, again, I would like to manifest my strong support to House Bill number 6664, which is the conversion of TFS of Tambelang Elementary School to TFS of Tambelang Integrated School. And I would like to certify that the said school has completed all the requirements prescribed by DepEd Order number 40, series of 2014, and the division and regional committee in charge of the review and evaluation of the said school had already done their part, and this office would like to ask your committee to approve House Bill 6664, which is the conversion of TFS of Tambelang Elementary School to TFS of Tambelang Integrated School. Thank you po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, SDS Mendoza. We call on our Regional Director, RD Farnazo.
Good morning again, Mr. Chair. Again, madamo king salamat, Congresswoman Jam Baronda, for in behalf of Congressman Claude Bautista. This office is again adopting the manifestation made by the Schools Division Superintendent of Davao Occidental, Dr. Lorenzo Mendoza, and upon the validation of the Chief of the Quality Assurance Division, Dr. Hinielito Atilio. The idea here, Mr. Chair, is access, providing access, especially that the location and the learners served by this particular school is among our indigenous peoples group. And so this office is very happy to make a very profound endorsement of this conversion of the tribal Filipinos School of Tambelang, now known as the TFS of Tambelang Elementary School in Dato Danwata Municipality of Malita Province of Davao Occidental, into an integrated school now to be known as the TFS of Tambelang Integrated School. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, RD. Asa Galban, any comments?
Mr. Chair, DepEd has no objections, subject to submission of complete documents.
Thank you, ASEC. The committee hereby approves House Bill number 6664 and will endorse it to plenary for further approval. All right, so we go on House Bill number 6665, authored by Congressman Claude Bautista, to be represented by Congresswoman Jambronda here at the Senate.
Thank you so much once again, Mr. Chair. Barangay Kidaman, located at Barangay Calbay, Jose Abad Santos, Davao Oriental. Sitio Kidaman of Barangay Calbay is one of the interior areas of Barangay Calbay, one of the big barangays of Jose Abad Santos in population located along the coastline. Considering the distance from the town center of Jose Abad Santos, it is most convenient for the young learners of Sitio Kidaman, particularly the elementary pupils who need to continue their studies to junior high school up to senior high school at their very own community-based school. Majority of the household in Sitio Kidaman, Mr. Chair, are farmers and fisher folks who have limited financial resources, thus having an established integrated school nearby will surely be of great help to all families in this area. Considering the terrain, Mr. Chair, it is a big help for this committee if this will be approved upon the request of our very hardworking Congressman Claudio Bautista. Madamo gid nga salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Baronda. We now call on SDS Dr. Mendoza.
Maayong adlaw, Senator Win Gatchalian and all the members of the committee. Again, as the Superintendent of the Division of Davao Occidental, I would like to manifest my strong support to the conversion of Kidaman Elementary School to Kidaman Integrated School as Kidaman Integrated School. And I would like also to manifest to the completeness of all the documents as prescribed by DepEd Order number 40, series of 2014. And also, the school has been evaluated and inspected by the regional and division committee in charge of the conversion of schools. So I would like to manifest my strong support again for the passage of for the approval of House Bill number 6665, which is the conversion of Kidaman Elementary School to Kidaman Integrated School. Again, daghang salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, SDS. We call on RD Farnazo.
Mr. Chair, good morning again. Madamo gid nga salamat kay Congresswoman Jam Baronda for the sponsorship for in behalf of Congressman Claude Bautista. Again, Mr. Chair, adopting on the manifestation made by the Schools Division Superintendent of Davao Occidental, Dr. Lorenzo Mendoza. And also adding the position, Mr. Chair, that upon the validation of the QAD Chief, Dr. Hinili to Atilio of the Quality Assurance Division on the completeness of the documents submitted, I therefore make a very strong endorsement on the conversion of Kidaman Elementary School in Barangay Calbay, Municipality of Occidental, Santos, Province of Davao Occidental, into an integrated school, not to be known as the Kidaman Integrated School, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
RD, there's an issue here, no, that we detected, and I'm directing this question to RD Farnazo and SDS Mendoza. There's a MGB geohazard certification on the school's location. The site is delineated as having a high susceptibility to landslide. Therefore, in addition to other measures, appropriate mitigation measures as deemed necessary by experts be implemented. There's a certification from MGB that the school itself is susceptible to landslide. No? Have we conducted any mitigation measures to make the school safe? This is directed to either RD or to SDS, and anyone can respond.
Mr. Chair, may I yield the floor to SDS Lorenzo Mendoza of Davao Occidental. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead, SDS. We need to put this on record because there's an MGB certification, and this might be an issue on the floor. No, so maybe get some information about this certification.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I will verify the said certification again to the DRR of our province and also to the school to verify the development of the said measures that they have done in order to answer that particular MGB certification. And I'll be giving immediately the result to the committee as soon as possible. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
SDS, do you know this certification from MGB? Have you heard of this certification?
I have just heard that one just today, but I believe that our in charge in the division has already known about this.
Okay. Because under the DO40, and it's written here, no school shall be established on identified high risk or disaster prone areas, either man-made or natural. So, and there's now a certification from MGB. And my concern is if we will be converting this into a integrated school, we'll be attracting high schools, correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So we'll be increasing the enrollment. Is that correct, SDS?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yes po.
So that's my concern. Even though, this is an existing school, tama po ba?
Yes po. This is an existing elementary school.
So my concern is if we approve this bill, it will now increase the enrollment. And without addressing the geohazard concern, we might put students in danger. No, so and also it's not comforting also that the SDS is not familiar with the certification. No, so what we will do is we will hear from ASEC first, no, before we rule on this measure.
Mr. Chair, DepEd would like to express its reservations with reference to the bill, subject, of course, to their compliance to the O40 series of 2014 to ensure that we can protect our learners and ensure that they are free from harm.
The MGB certification did not specifically require the schools to close, no? But instead to implement appropriate mitigation measures. No? So in other words, it can still operate as long as there are mitigating measures. But we would like to see first and hear from the SDS and also from the RD, what are the mitigating measures that you have implemented or will be implementing, so that will be enlightened, and we will not put our students in danger when we expand the school. So what we will do, ASEC, is we will defer the approval of this measure subject to the submission to the committee and also to DepEd and to RD a report on the geohazard certification. No? And if there are no mitigating measures yet, what will be the mitigating measures in the future? No? Again, we're not against the conversion of the school into an integrated school. It's just we need to address first the geohazard concern, no? And also, this is in line with the provision in DO 40 that no school shall be established on identified high risk and disaster prone areas. No, this might come up during plenary, so we have to make sure that we're not putting the lives of our students in danger. No? So that will be for House Bill 665. So we'll defer it for now, but we can tackle it later on. And Asek Galban, can you also facilitate the information regarding this geohazard certification?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we shall coordinate with our school infrastructure and facilities strand as well as our operations strand.
Thank you, thank you. And also, if the area needs help from national government, then we can extend help to make it safe. No? All right. So lastly is House Bill number 6669, authored by... Tama ba? 6697. Sorry.
Bautista pa rin po yan.
Malita. Ito. Okay, sorry. Also by, House Bill 6697, authored by Congressman Bautista, and to be represented by Congresswoman Jam Baronda.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, and the rest of the esteemed committee. Barangay Bulila is one of the potential lowland barangays of Malita, which is about 10 kilometers from the town center of Malita. It has a growing population in which 33.38% are the young adolescents and potential workforce population of 59.68% per census in 2015. As of this period, Mr. Chair, there's an existing extension school of Benjamin Bautista Sr. at Barangay Bulila that caters limited numbers of students and having inadequate school facilities. By establishing Bulila National High School at Barangay Bulila, Malita, Davao Occidental, this will decongest the enormous number of students in Mariano Peralta National High School in Poblacion, Malita, Davao Occidental. Mr. Chair, if we will grant the request of the author, Congressman Claudio Bautista, Bulila National High School will also pose as huge opportunity for the students of Barangay Bulila to continue their basic education without spending so much finances to travel and the difficulty in going to school every day. So thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Baronda. We once again call on SDS Dr. Mendoza. Yes, Dr. Mendoza, you're
Hello, sir.
recognized.
Good morning. Thank you, po, Mr. Chair. I am I am calling my in charge or focal person for the establishment of school, and with regards to the House Bill 665, Kidaman Elementary School, I have already an answer to that, sir. According to the focal person, the Barangay Council and also the former chief of the SGOD had an agreement that they will be providing an amount or funding for that particular finding in order to solve and to answer to that particular predicament of having the school situated in a landslide prone area. So there's already a measure being done by the Barangay Council with the support, of course, of the provincial government of Davao Occidental. Being the present congressman is the former governor of the said province of Davao Occidental. And then with regards to House Bill number
6697.
6697, this office also manifests our strong support for the said measure in establishing Barangay Bulila, Bulila National High School to Barangay Bulila. And I would like also to certify that the said school has complied all the requirements prescribed by DepEd Order number 40 series of 2014. And I further certify that this was inspected already by our in charge in the division and region, and all the requirements are submitted to the proper authorities. So since this is our the fifth and last appearance, I would like to thank again the committee headed by Senator Gatchalian, Senator Bongo, and Senator Binay, to our Regional Director Alan Parnaso, and also to Asik Galban in the Central Office, and to the Chair of Focal Person of QAD in the region, Mr. Generito Atilio, and our Focal Person in the division, Dr. Janet Octora. So I would like to manifest, Mr. Chair, to reconsider your decision on the measure of House Bill number 6665, the conversion of Kidaman Elementary School to Kidaman Integrated School, with the information that the barangay up to the provincial government of Davao Occidental are doing their part in in their answer to uh, the school being identified by the MGB as high risk area and prone to landslide. Again, thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for the full support.
Thank you, SDS. We call on RD Farnazo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and the other members of the committee, namely Senator Nancy Binay and Senator Bongo. First, I'd like to uh, second or express my support on the reconsideration requested by the superintendent, as in particular about House Bill number 665 of converting Kidaman Elementary School into integrated school at Jose Abad Santos, for reasons already stated by the very smart superintendent, and also expressing strong support on adopting the manifestations uh, mentioned by the good superintendent, Dr. Lorenzo Mendoza, as regards to House Bill number 6697 of establishing Bulila National High School in Malita, Davao Occidental. I would like to express ang akong pasalamat sa kay Congresswoman Jam Baronda, and I would like to take reference in the remark that she said this will save costs on travel expenses of the learners, and second, this will also expand access of secondary education, and with taking reference into that remark of the very good Congresswoman, I am making a strong endorsement of this House Bill number 6697 of establishing Bulila National High School as already validated through Chief Inilito Atilio of the Quality Assurance Division. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, RD. Um, the same issue, no, with uh, House Bill number 6665, the Kidaman Integrated School. We also saw a NGB geohazard certification, basically saying that the school is susceptible to landslide, and appropriate mitigating measures should be implemented as well. Um, Again, no, they're not saying that the school should be closed down or relocated, but they're saying is there should be mitigating measures as well. No, so may we inquire again from either the RD or the SDS if you are knowledgeable of this certification and if this certification has been addressed.
Hello, good morning po, Mr. Chair, Senator Gatchalian. As I've said, I have already called up our in charge in the division with regards to the establishment of the school, Dr. Jared Octura, and she manifested that during their meeting with the Barangay Council and also during the inspection, they manifested the support in order to solve and to give an answer to the said certification of the MGB so that the school will be helped with regards to its predicament of being located in an MGB identified area as prone to landslides. So they are already doing mitigation measures to the said school, which includes the Kidaman Integrated School, proposed Kidaman Integrated School, and Bulila National High School, Mr. Chair.
So let me just clarify and put on record, SDS. So both the Kidaman Integrated School and the Bulilia National High School, of which both have MGB certification, adverse certification, the barangay is already addressing the certification and as well as putting mitigating measures. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Mr. Chair. And I'll
Okay,
be
and
asking our in charge to provide the documentation and also if there's a need to provide you with the copy of the photos with regards to the measures that they have done to that particular barangays to be submitted to your office and also to the our counterpart in the central office and to the office of our dear regional director Alan G. Parnaso through his QID chief, Mr. Genelito Atilio, Mr. Chair.
thank you, thank you. With that new information, SDS Mendoza, we are reconsidering House Bill number 6665. This is an act converting the Kidaman Elementary School in Barangay Calbay, Municipality of San Abad Santos, Province of Davao Occidental, into an integrated school to be known as the Kidaman Integrated School and appropriating funds therefore. With that information that you mentioned, that the barangay, through the barangay and the provincial government is already doing something, no, to address the adverse certification, we will approve SBN 6665 subject to your submission of that mitigating measures, so that we won't belabor the discussion of this measure. In the same so that's the new ruling for House Bill number 6665. So we'll wait for your submission so that if ever we will be asked in plenary, we have something to show that the local government and the barangay is being proactive to address that. No, the
Yes po,
more
Mr.
detailed,
Chair.
the better. No, if you have pictures, if you have
Yes po.
some barangay resolutions, mas maganda ho yun.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So
This
going back
also
to House Bill
includes, Mr. Chair, the municipality of Jose Abad Santos and also Malita who have also given their full support to the said schools.
Okay. Yes, mas maganda ho yun if we can get something from the municipality of Jose Abad Santos. Maybe a resolution or a certification of budget, mas maganda ho yun. No? Anything that will help us justify the compliance to the mitigating measures. Now, going back to House Bill 6697, will Asa Galban, any comments here? Hearing the foregoing?
Mr. Chair, in light of the aforementioned, we would like to express our support, actually non-objection to the legislative measure, provided that such supporting documents are provided in the same conditions mentioned by the chair, and for furnishing of the copy to the central office as well.
Thank you, Asek. And let me also let me again repeat, no, Dr. Mendoza. You mentioned earlier that in the municipality of Malita, in this barangay, Barangay Bulilia, they're also addressing the MGB certification by implementing mitigating measures. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Mr. Chair, the same po.
The same, okay.
Because
So with that, again,
the chair of the government of the provincial government of Malita, provincial government of Davao Occidental is in Malita. So it's very near to the population of Malita.
so in the same manner, we'll approve House Bill number 6697, subject to the submission of those mitigating measures. May also remind the DepEd family, Dr. Mendoza and RD, that DO 40 is very strict, no, with the establishing of schools, that the schools should not be in hazardous areas, no, and this is bago ba itong school, Dr. Mendoza?
Hindi na po RD, exist na po siya as extension school before. Prior to the said MGB certification.
So this school is already existing. Tama
Yes
po
po,
ba,
yes
Dr.
po.
Mendoza?
Yes po, opo.
Existing na siya. Okay. So just submit to us, no, that those mitigating measures. Submit to the committee and submit to the DepEd National Office through ASEC Galban, no. So we have time pa naman before this reaches plenary.
My pleasure po, Mr.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you.
Chair.
And lastly, House Bill number 6669, authored by Representative Fintabella, again represented by Congresswoman Jam Baronda.
Thank you, Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. This bill was filed in the 18th Congress and was approved on third and final reading, although due to lack of material time, did not push through here in the Senate. So the Representative Fantabella requested this representation to sponsor on his behalf for the establishing an act establishing a national high school in Barangay Mabka, Municipality of Cagnay, Province of Camarines Sur, to be known as Mabka National High School, and appropriating funds thereof. Mr. Chair, because of the growing number of populations in the said district, the Representative Congressman Fentebella would like to seek for our support in the passage of this measure. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Baronda. We call on Dr. Firmo. Dr. Firmo is representing both the school division superintendent as well as the regional director.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. DepEd Region 5 is giving its full support for the establishment of Mabka National High School. This is located in Sangay, Camarines Sur. We are fully supporting the House Bill 6669, sponsored by Congressman Fentebella. And for the record, Mr. Chair, the SDO Camarines Sur has already submitted all the required documents for the establishment of Mabka National High School under DepEd Order number 40, series of 2014. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Dr. Firmo, maybe inquire on the completeness of the submission, whether it all complied with the requirements under DO 40.
Yes, Mr. Chair, they have already submitted all the required documents as stipulated under DepEd Order number 40. And in fact, we have already given them the permit to operate. And the school is already given a school ID.
So it's complete, in other words?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you. And lastly, Asek Galban, for any comment?
Mr. Chair, DepEd does not oppose or has any objections with reference to the legislative measure subject to submission of complete documents.
Thank you, Sakalman. So we hereby approve House Bill number 6669 and submit it to plenary for further approval. Okay. All right. My staff just flagged me right now. No, unfortunately, si Congresswoman Divine News not here. For House Bill 6660, there's also a MGV certification, ASEC. No, the same. No, high level of high susceptibility to landslide, and mitigating measures should be undertaken. So all of the certification basically says that you need to implement mitigating measures. No, they're not recommending to close down the school. So because of that, the schools can operate provided there'll be measures being implemented. So with that, we'll also request from your office to submit to us what mitigating measures were implemented or will be implemented in the Baclay National High School, no? In Tukuran, Zamboanga del Sur. No? So we'll approve it subject to the submission of those documents. So tatlong school yun, ASEC. No?
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is duly noted.
That's it. Actually, we've covered all the bills. So once again, thank you very much to Congressman Baronda for stepping in for for our other colleagues, and thank you to DepEd for participating. This hearing is hereby adjourned.